We will now discuss bit rate performance of wireless channel. So before that, we just recall that in wired communication, we receive a symbol, say Y, there will be some X plus noise, where X is what? The transmitter symbol, and N is what? The noise. So in presence of noise, we receive. So we transmit some modulated symbol in baseband, and we receive what? Noise. So this will be actually the output of the matched filter. So some number we will get after sampling the output of the matched filter. We will get some number. That number will be composed of two parts. One is signal part. The other one is what? Noise part. So if the modulated symbol is in complex, so noise will also be in complex. So received symbol will also be in what? A complex. So the real part of the received symbol will be what? Extracted by the in phase branch of the what? Receiver, and the imaginary part will be extracted. Imaginary part of the Y will be extracted by the quadrature phase branch of the receiver. So finally, Y is what actually if X is X is a what? A complex number. So N will also be what? Complex. So the real part of X will be added with real part of the noise, and imaginary part of the X will be added with what? Imaginary part of the noise. So finally, Y will be equal to what? X plus N. So if it is BPSK communication, in the case of wired communication, if it is BPSK, the bit error rate was like this. Bit error rate will be Q of square root of 2 EV by N naught, where N is what? The bit energy, or you can also call it as average bit energy, and N naught is what? The one-sided noise spectral density. Right? So this is what in case of what? Wired communication. In wireless communication, so now also receiver is same. So the receiver symbol of Y will be equal to, so if you assume flat fading, frequency flat fading, so Y will be equal to Hx plus the noise. So here Y is complex number, so the real part of Y will be there in the in phase branch of the receiver, and imaginary part will be there in the quadrature phase branch of the receiver. So fine. So here X is also complex number because we have transmitted so in general X will be complex, and H is complex number, we know, for frequency flat channels. For frequency flat channels, so channel impulse response will not be having multiple taps. It will be having only single tap. So Y will be equal to, simply we can write as Hx plus the additive noise, which is what? White Gaussian noise. So this is Y equal to H into X plus N, but there will be some phase correction there will be done at the receiver. So say for example, you have received this one Y equal to Hx noise. So there will be some mechanism to correct the phase of the H. It means if H, you can write it as something like this: H is equal to mod H into e power some j theta. So there will be some mechanism to estimate the theta value at the receiver through some channel estimation techniques. In fact, receiver total H value will be estimated, right? So in that part you can also estimate what? The theta value. So what they do is they multiply the received symbol with what? E power minus j theta. Then here it will be what? H into e power minus j theta x plus n into e power minus j theta. So what happens is, so since h is equal to mod h into e power j theta, so in this place it will be what? Only mod h value here. So mod hx plus here n is actually basically a complex Gaussian random variable. So n into e power minus j theta will also be complex Gaussian random variable. By multiplying with e power minus j theta, it won't change its mean value, either mean value nor it will change its mean square value. So this will also be statistically you can write this as, though it is n into e power minus j theta, statistically you can write it as simply as n, which is again what? Zero mean complex Gaussian random variable. And this property is also called as something like circular symmetry, but okay, so it is simply what? Statistically it is not affecting any of its parameters, so we simply write n here. So finally what we treat as received symbol as with phase correction, so it will be y is equal to mod h into x plus the noise. So if you have any confusion here, so you can just keep here some y dash here, and this is what? N dash. So y dash, and is also what? N dash. So we are now taking it as what? N dash into e power minus j theta as n, and e power minus j theta into y dash as what? Y. Okay, now this is so this is the final what? The received symbol y equal to mod h into x plus n. So the job of correcting the phase, if it is included in the receiver, we call this as coherent detection. Coherent detection. We know what here, the mod h is what? Rayleigh distribution is a random variable. Say what? It is a Rayleigh random variable. It is the envelope of the channel coefficient. Why? Because the magnitude of the channel coefficient. And we know what? The mod h will be varying like this, rapidly varying as the user moves, something like this. The mod h value will be varying over time, right? So this is what finally what, in presence of means with in wireless channel, the received symbol will be nothing but mod h times the received this x plus the complex Gaussian noise. Okay, if it is just y equal to x plus n, we got what? BR is equal to q of root of 2 EB by n naught, where EB is what? Something like related to the square of the signal. EB is what? Energy, no? So something like it is related to the proportional to the square of this one. So in this case, frequency flat channel. So in this case, in this wireless case, so for bit error rate will be, you can write as, just extrapolate this result to, in the case of what? Wireless channel, as q of square root of 2 mod h square, because it is what? Mod h is multiplied with x. So when there is x, here there is EB. So when this mod h into x, then here it will be mod h square into EB by n naught. So we are just extrapolating the result of the wired communication to wireless, where the equations are changed from y equal to x plus n to y equal to mod h into x plus n. In wired communication there will not be any fading, so h is not attached here, but because of the fading and multipath propagation, so y is modified to what? Mod h into x plus n. Accordingly, the bit error rate is also modified to q of root of 2 into mod h square into EB by n naught. But as mod h is varying, so this is the level of what? Mod h. As mod h is varying here, so bit error rate will also be what? Varying, because now what? Depending on what? Mod h. So so it is, say, I just write BR dash. So it is nothing but what? The bit error rate of it is what? We write this as instantaneous bit error rate. Instantaneous bit error rate. Why? Because as mod h changes, and this quantity will also be what? Changing. So that's why it's called as what? Instantaneous bit error rate. So if you want to have average bit error rate, I write this as just BER. the average bit error rate. So incident bit error rate will be what? As mod h is increases, so bit error rate will be decreases. As mod h is going this level, so the bit error rate will be worst. So as the instantaneous bit error rate will be what? Time varying. So now we are evaluating is what? Average bit error rate. Average bit error rate is nothing but what? Expectation of this one, instantaneous bit error rate, Q of mod h square EB by N naught. Let's just denote this one EB by N naught as actually we plot bit error rate versus EB by N naught, no? So we just denote this as EB by N naught as some SNR. So this is signal component and this is what? Related to noise. So bit energy to noise spectral density ratio is as what? We just denote this as SNR. Then the average bit error rate will be equal to just for the sake of simple, we just denote this U by naught as what? SNR, because the numerator is related to signal and denominator is related to noise. So bit error rate will be equal to expectation of Q of square root of 2 mod h square into SNR. So in this expectation here, which one is random variable here? It is this one, right? So this is the random variable. Why? Because it is what? Randomly changing over the time, and we know mod h distribution is Rayleigh, right? And also if mod h is Rayleigh distributed, mod h square will be exponentially distributed. Okay, we'll just try to evaluate this one, right? So we are just finding what here is the average bit error rate, means we are going to take the expectation of this Q function. So we can do in two ways here. So first of all, we just recall the thing what expectation of a function of x. How do you find this one? Is simply integration of g of x into its PDF f of x dx. So here also what we are finding is expectation of Q of square root of 2 mod h square into SNR. So here also g of, so we are finding the expectation of some function, no? So we also write this as, so we can take in two ways it is. You can treat either mod h as random variable or mod h square as the random variable. So if we are taken as mod h square as random variable, then it will be q of say I am taking this as what? Some x, then it will be square root of 2x square SNR into f of x dx. Or I can also take this as mod h square as random variable, mod h square as random variable. In that case I can write what? Same minus infinity q of square root of 2x SNR into f of x. After evaluation, both will get the same result, but the difference is what here? Here mod h we have taken as what? X. So we have to substitute the f of x will be Rayleigh function. Means f of x is what? We will substitute Rayleigh distribution. Means Rayleigh PDF we have to substitute the expression for here. If you are taking here mod h square as x, then the f of x will be what? Exponential distribution. We know what here? For the exponential distribution, f of x is equal to what? Something like 1 by expectation of x e power minus x by expectation of x u of x. So this is the general expression for what? PDF of exponential random variable. So if you follow this, you will be substituting here what? The Rayleigh PDF expression. If you are following this one, means following what? Mod h square as x, then you are going to substitute here what? Exponential one. So assuming what? Not assuming, we are taking this as what? The mean square value of this Rayleigh random variable as what? Or the expectation of mod x square as 1. So in this case, if we are following, we are following now here the second one for sake of simple calculations. So then here it will be what? Expectation of, so mod x square is equal to x we have taken here. So expectation of x is equal to what here? Then it will be 1. Then f of x will be equal to just e power minus x u of x. So coming to the average bit error rate. So average bit error rate is equal to, so u of x is there, so it will be, integration will be from 0 to infinity q of square root of 2x SNR into e power minus x dx. Okay, now we will substitute what? In place of q function, we substitute its expression. We know what? Q of, you remember this one, q of x is equal to actually 1 by root 2 pi x to infinity e power minus u square by 2 du. So we substitute this here, q function in this expression. So it will be 0 to infinity, that will be double integral 0 to infinity, and it is what? Here what is the argument value? It is root of 2x SNR to infinity, 1 by root 2 pi is there, so we take it here, 1 by root 2 pi e power minus u square by 2 into e power minus x dx. E power minus x dx. So just to solve this one, we will change the order of the integration here. If you see here, u is varying from minus root 2x SNR to infinity, and x is varying from 0 to infinity. So u is equal to, varying from, lower limit of u is root 2x SNR, and upper limit of u is equal to actually infinity. So it means here from here, so x is equal to u square by 2 SNR. So and x is varying from 0 to, so this is lower limit, and this is what? X is varying from x equal to 0 to infinity, right? So if you see this, we are just trying to change the order of the integration in order to what? Having simple calculation. So if you see, this is, so this is actually the x-axis, and say this is what? U-axis. If you see, x is equal to u square by 2 SNR is actually parabola, something like this. Then if you see u are what? This one, it will be actually now presently what? It is the order like this. There is a horizontal strip like this. For u limit what? Your lower limit is actually parabola, and the upper limit of u is what? Actually going to infinity, and x is going from 0 to infinity. So now we change the order of the integration from this making what? This horizontal to what? Vertical strip. Now x lower limits are what? Earlier it was 0 to infinity, now x lower limits are what? It will be 0 to, what is this? This parabola is what? U square by 2 SNR, and we are sweeping x, this vertical strip from 0 to infinity. So 1 by 2 pi is already there. It is e power minus u square by 2 into e power minus x dx. And after solving this, you will get what? Okay, we'll solve this. Okay, we just solve it quickly. That bit error rate is equal to, we are here. First we integrate it with respect to x, then we get so x is varying from what, 0 to u square by 2 SNR. So we are integrating it first with respect to x. So it will be 1 by root 2 pi 0 to infinity e power in place of x we are substituting what, u square by 2 SNR d. So it will be like this, 1 by root 2 pi 0 to infinity e power minus e square by 2 du minus 1 by root 2 pi 0 to infinity e power minus u square by 2 into 1 plus 1 by SNR d. So both these terms are nothing but what, we are integrating Gaussian function. So this is what, half of the zero mean Gaussian unvariable is PDF. So it will be nothing but what, total area is 1, so half will be what, 1 by 2, and this will also be what, half of a zero mean Gaussian unvariable, but variance is different. Sigma square is equal to 1 by 1 plus 1 by SNR. So it will be nothing but 1 by 2 into sigma will come here. So sigma will be equal to, from here by comparing with the Gaussian function. So sigma is will be equal to, here it is what, 1 by root of 1 plus 1 by SNR. So it will be is what, here is equal to 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 into 1 by root of 1 plus 1 by SNR. So we take 1 by 2 common, so that is final the bit error rate of what, BBSK communication system in presence of Rayleigh flat fading. So 1 minus 1 by root of 1 plus 1 by SNR. So this is what actually BER bit error expression for BBSK modulation for what, Rayleigh flat fading channels. So if you see here, so for a higher SNR, so we can simplify this expression. For a higher SNR, so we can write instead of this 1 plus 1 by SNR for a higher SNR values. So we can expand this. So 1 minus 1 by 2 SNR plus some higher order terms, but which can be neglected in case of what, higher SNR. So for higher SNR or for higher SNR conditions, so for higher SNR conditions, means for good signal conditions, so the bit error rate in wireless channel for BBSK modulation will be 1 by 2 into 1 minus, in place of this we write what, 1 minus of minus will be what, 2 SNR. So bit error rate expression is approximately equal to, then it is approximately equal to, and then it will be equal to what, 1 by 4 SNR, 4 times the SNR. So if you see in wired communication, the bit error rate was, in wired communication, the bit error rate was what, Q of square root of 2 SNR, but in wireless communication the bit error rate is equal to what, inversely proportional to the SNR. So the BA performance is much better in what? Wired communication, very poor in actually what? The wireless communication. Why? Because if you see, if you plot the bit error rate versus EV by N naught means SNR, so EV by N naught. So because the upper bound of Q function is something like upper bound is what? E power minus x square by 2 means if it is x. So as SNR increases, the bit error rate will be what? Decreasing exponentially in case of wired communication. But since in wireless communication, the bit error rate is what? Inversely proportional to SNR. As SNR increases, the bit error rate will not decrease exponentially. It will what? Linearly it will be what? It will be decreasing. Something like this. Right? So maybe something, if you take some numbers here, so at around 10 dB, so at 10 dB, so if it is in dB scale, so at value of 10, there's the bit error rate will be somewhere around 10 power minus 8 in case of what? Our wired communication. But in case of wireless communication, so the bit error rate will at 10 dB, it will be around what? 10 power, around 10 power minus 1. Just approximately I'm just explaining this. So for wireless, for wired communication at 10 dB SNR, you get a bit error rate of 10 power minus 8. It means 1 in 10 power 8 bits. But in wireless communication, it is very poor performance. This every 1 bit out of 10 bits will be what? In error, right? So that is mainly difference between what? So because why this much poor performance is there for wireless communication is because our channel is what? The channel coefficient is randomly fluctuating. It is what? Randomly fluctuating. So it may happen that maybe for the most of the time it may be what? Below the reference level. So that's why what happens is because of this randomness in the channel, because this mod H is multiplied, no? So because of this, what happens is you get what? Very poor bit error rate performance in what? Wireless communication. So you can also find the relationship between bit error rate and SNR for other modulations also. For example, if it is 16 QAM, in wired communication, the bit error rate is like this. In wired communication, the bit error rate is equal to 3 by 2 for 16 QAM. It is 3 by 2 Q of square root of 4 by 5 EV by N naught. Means it will be what? 3 by 2 Q of 4 by 5 SNR. In wireless communication, it would be what? So bit error rate instantaneous will be 3 by 2 Q of square root of 4 by 5 mod h square into SNR. It is instantaneous bit error rate. If you want to find average bit error rate, if you follow the same method, we have found what in earlier case, what in BPSK case, what we have got is 1 by 4 SNR when there was what when in wired communication it was what? Q of square root of 2 SNR. So, but in this case it will be what? It is a Q of 2 into 2 by 5 SNR you can write. So it would be what? So 3 by 2 is already there. So after derivation you will get the result is what? 3 by 2 into, already 3 by 2 is there here. So 3 by 2 into, so 1 by 2 into, so you can write this as 2 by 5 SNR, right? So replace just SNR with what? 2 by 5 SNR. Then they at higher SNR values, the bit error rate for 16 QAM will be, so it will be what, 3 by 2 into so it will be 3 by, it is 8, okay, into 5 by SNR, or it is simply what, 15 by 8, okay, actually it is what, when it was 2 SNR, we got here what, 1 by 4 SNR. So here what we have is 4 by 5 SNR. So what we get now, 2 into 4 by 5 here. 2 into 4 by 5 SNR. Then it will be what, 15 by 16 SNR. So this is a relationship for between what, bit error rate, average bit error rate, and SNR for what, 16 QAM modulation. You can also do the same again the same derivation to find it. We have just compared the expression of what, BPSK and 16 QAM. Then we simply write what, the bit error rate for 16 QAM is 15 by 16 SNR. Okay, so what we understand from this class is that for wireless channel case, the bit error rate performance is very poor. So very poor means the bit error rate is what, like we have seen for 10 dB SNR, it is in the order of 10 power minus 1, which is every one bit will be error for every 10 bits. So our bit error rate performance is very poor in wireless communication. So in order to mitigate this, we will go for the techniques called as what, diversity, to improve the performance of bit error rate. So we go for the technique of called as what, diversity, that we will discuss in next classes, right? So with diversity, what we can do is we can improve the bit error rate performance. Without diversity, we are getting what, very poor bit error rate performance. It is not even near what very worse compared to what, wired communication, right? So we'll be discussing diversity techniques in what, in next coming classes. So we stop it here.